Hey guys, just leaving the gym and thought I'd tell you guys a little bit about um, some of the acquisitions that we've had. Some of them have been just basically buy some accounts from people locally in a market, and some have been take over, other franchises that only had one employee kind of thing. And then our most recent one was take over a franchise in another state that had multiple employees. Some of the interesting dynamics. The easiest one by far was purchasing accounts in a local market, literally doing some assignments and going to the office, basically picking up all the files, doing a simple closing, and owning all the contracts. Notifying all the new owners that we're the company in charge, that the other company had merged. That was probably the easiest one. Next would be the one where we took over a franchise in another state that had one employee. One of the things that we have learned over the years is property management requires a specific skill type, and not everybody is suited for that. Just generally speaking, some people are more sales oriented and some people are more operations oriented. And depending on what skill set you need, you can pretty much train anybody to do property management or do sales if they are strong in that area naturally. One of the things we found with one of the employees of one of the companies that we took over was that they didn't possess the correct skill type for what we were looking for. Offered a position in another skill set where that person would have been really strong, but they chose not to accept that position. So we ended up having to go and find new staff members that fit the skill set that we needed, take over that operation, and things are going really, really well there. And then third, probably the most difficult one to date has been taking over a full-blown office that is a not just a few accounts. They've got hundreds of accounts. They're a big office. They've been operating. They've got some form of procedures that they follow. They've got staff members, and having to go in and basically see who's the right fit. Do they possess the right natural skill sets or strengths? And kind of get everybody on board with some of the software that we use, some of the policies, procedures, and how we do them. And then just one of just the most basic things that I think a lot of time gets overlooked, and that's your company's core values. And do the people in the new company, do they possess your company core values? Are they in alignment with the culture that you've put together in your organization? And sometimes that is the easiest thing to overlook, but also sometimes it's the most critical thing. One of the things that I'm finding is that our core values, some of the people match those core values while others are not. So we have to make the tough decisions sooner rather than later, so we can get the right people on the bus, kind of the good to great thing. Get the right people on the bus, get them in the right seats, and start driving that bus. And it's really interesting because you get to see where they had some limiting mindsets. They did not believe that they could go further than where they were at. And with experience and being able to see kind of some of the sticking points in the industry, whether that's at 75 to 120 units, whether that's 220 to 300 units, whether that's 350 to 500, wherever that sticking point is at, there's some specific reasons for why there are sticking points in those ranges, and we have to make some of the foundational changes to processes and just mentality and getting the right people in the right seats in order to for them to have the success that they want to have, but they maybe didn't realize what the roadblocks were that were in front of them. So anyway, that's just some of the trials that we're dealing with on acquisitions. Some of the easier ones that we've done, some of the ones that are more difficult, and some of the thought process behind that. So hope that's helpful to you if you're looking into acquisitions. Have a great day.